Ever look at a trading chart and just get that feeling that you're missing something? You know, like there's a secret language the pros are all speaking, and it's happening right there on your screen? Well, today, we're going to unlock one of those secrets. We are diving deep into a tool that lets you track institutional money in real time. All right, now, before we get into the really good stuff, a quick but super important note. This is all for educational purposes, okay? We're not financial advisors, and nothing we talk about here is a recommendation to buy or sell anything. Always, always do your own research. Okay, with that said, let's get into it.
So what is this powerful secret that's hiding in plain sight on pretty much every single trading platform out there? It's a single line, a line that most people either just ignore or, frankly, completely misunderstand.
That's right. For so many traders, it's just more noise, you know? One more indicator in this whole sea of moving averages and oscillators and all these lines that can make trading feel way more complicated than it needs to be. But what if I told you that this line, it's not like the others at all?
Because this is the key right here. VWAP isn't just another indicator showing you where the price has been. No way. It's a dynamic map of the market's center of gravity for the day. And more importantly, it's the benchmark, the report card that the biggest players on Wall Street, the institutions, are graded against.
To really get this, you have to kind of take off your retail trader hat for a second and try to think like a massive fund that's moving billions of dollars. For them, price isn't just a number you see, it's a performance review.
So what even is VWAP? Well, it stands for Volume Weighted Average Price. And that word, volume, that's the secret sauce. A simple moving average, it treats every price the same. But VWAP is way smarter. It cares about where the real money actually moved. A huge million-share block trade, that has a massive impact. A little 10-share trade barely moves the needle. It shows you the true average price where the big boys were building their positions.
And here's the part that changes everything. Institutional traders are judged by how well they execute trades. Their boss, their clients, they all ask one simple question: did you get a good price? And the market's definition of good is buying below the day's VWAP and selling above it. Their job, literally their bonus, can depend on their performance against this one single line.
And because of that, VWAP becomes this incredible psychological battleground. Just think about it. When the price is trading above VWAP, all the big institutions who bought that day, they're in the green. They're making money. They are going to defend that level like crazy. But the moment the price slips below VWAP, they're all suddenly underwater. Now that same line becomes a wall of resistance. They'll likely use any little pop back up to that level to sell and get out of their losing trades. It's a magnet and a wall, all at once.
Okay, so knowing what VWAP is and why the big dogs care so much, that's half the battle. But the real pros know it's not just what happens at VWAP, it's when. Not all moments in the trading day are created equal, not by a long shot.
You want to pay special attention during two key windows. First, there's the morning session, right between 9:40 and 10:15 a.m. Eastern. This is when funds are putting on their massive positions for the day. Then you've got the afternoon, between about 2:40 and 3:10 p.m. That's when they're hedging and getting everything lined up for the close. During these power hours, the volume is huge, and the fight for control of VWAP is absolutely fierce.
Okay, so we've covered the why and the when. Let's get to the fun part, the how. How can you, as a trader, take all this information about institutional behavior and turn it into a clear, simple, actionable playbook?
It really boils down to two core setups. For a bullish trade, you're not just looking for the price to poke its head above VWAP. No, you want to see it reclaim that level and, this is crucial, hold it for at least 5 minutes. And you want to see that buying volume pick up. That's your confirmation. And on the flip side, for a bearish trade, you want to see the price try to rally up to VWAP and get slammed back down, a hard rejection with heavy selling volume. That rejection is your signal.
So here's how you can wrap this into a simple 3-step plan. Step 1, you patiently wait and identify one of those clear bullish or bearish setups. Once you see it, step 2, you enter your position. But step 3 is the most important part of all. You protect your capital with a stop-loss order placed just on the other side of VWAP. This part is non-negotiable. If that price breaks back across the line, your whole reason for being in the trade is gone, and it's time to get out, no questions asked. And where are you aiming to take profits? Well, the most logical places are those key support and resistance levels from earlier in the day. If you're in a long trade, you might target that nearby resistance where sellers showed up before. If you're short, you target the nearest support. The point is to have a clear exit plan before you even click the buy button. So when you put all of these pieces together,
VWAP really transforms from just being a wiggly line on your chart into something, well, something much, much more powerful. It gives you a brand new edge.
And that's really the ultimate takeaway here. I want you to start thinking of it like this. VWAP is your radar. It's a tool that lets you detect the presence and, more importantly, the intention of the market's biggest players. It lets you see the exact levels they're defending and the areas where they're feeling the pain.
So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Now that you have a tool to see where these institutional battles are actually being fought, how are you going to use it? The map is right there, waiting on your chart.
Hey, if you found this breakdown valuable and maybe a light bulb went on for you, do me a huge favor and make sure you're following the explainer for more strategies just like this one. Leaving a review really helps us out, and if you know another trader who could use an edge, please share this with.
That's all for this one. Trade smart, stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.